Greetings, fellow traders. Bubblehead here, and it's time for the Lunchtime Market Update for Monday, April 6, 2020. I hope everybody's having a great trading day today. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. All right, let's check and see where we're at with the market today. So, wow, big move today, up 135 points. That puts the monthly chart back above the 50 monthly moving average. So I guess the recession's over, depression's over, and everything's good to go, right? So there is some good news out there, right? There were less fatalities in New York due to Corona. Italy just reported their biggest decrease in cases yet. So there is some good stuff going on right here. So it's just all about flattening that curve and then seeing if this can stay above the 50 monthly moving average here. So inside week so far, as we get close to those range right here, doesn't mean we still can't take out that bullish engulfing week. It's just went a little sideways right here. So let's see if we can get some upside action there. So here we are approaching those breakout levels here on the SPX that we talked about earlier. So let's take a look at SPY. Okay, so SPY, nice hammer so far as it approaches those breakout levels. Let's see if we can get some strength and some volume into the end of the day, possibly today or tomorrow, close above those levels. Let's take a look at the price action here this morning. So we had a nice breakout here this morning, nice triangle pre-market for a pop. So that was a good one we pointed out on the live stream today. We did a pullback after that, and then got a nice little hammer here for an upside move on that one. Let's take a look at the S&P futures. Okay, so S&P futures very, very similar. Of course, we had this triangle going into the open as well. Gave a nice move there. Let's take a look at the micros. Nice move there as well. So inside 15 on all the futures right now in the works right now. So let's see if it can continue to hold its way up. Let's take a look at Apple. All right, so Apple, some okay. A lot of these are giving a lot of gap and chop type action today. So Apple's kind of that gap and chop type move. We have to see how it closes at the end of the day. Now Tesla is interesting. It gave us a nice reversal here, inside 15 up. We pointed that out, in the group here for a nice tactic to the upside here. Where it's still a doji right now, so we're continuing to keep an eye on this one. But decent little pop there in Tesla here intraday. A couple other ones that look interesting. So Intel had an upgrade today. Right, so that's a nice gap up right there. Nice hammer so far. Let's see if we can get some volume. It's right under the 50-day moving average. I like the relative strength in that one. Boeing is actually up today on bad news, right? So it actually took the inside day up here today. It gapped up, came back down, tagged it, and back up again. It's right at the 8 EMA right now. Let's take a look at Delta. That was the one that Warren Buffett, reduced his stake in right now. So we're seeing a spinning top on that one as earnings are coming up down the line there. Piton gave a nice little move to the upside as well. On a gap and then kind of pulled back a little bit, a little disappointing on that one. And of course, zooming to the downside here, it did tag the 50 daily moving average there and bounced off of that one too. So let's see if they can hold that and get, it's back above the upward trend line too. So it's good stuff. All right, got a few chart requests out there. Let's take a look at the oil futures here. It was funny, right when we got that chart request, it was a big pop in oil, so that was pretty cool. Let's take a look here on the intraday time frame. Just kind of see what's happening here. So that was that pop here. We can see we had a downward trend line working. I'm going to draw it as a channel right now, but downward trend line working right here. Pushed above it and got a nice move off of that, and then it kind of came back down and is working on a triple inside 15 right now. Let's take a look at Lyft. So Lyft doing pretty good here. It's lifting up. It had a nice inside 15 up this morning, pulled back, retested those levels and held those and continued to work its way back up. Nice gap up here. I like how it's over the 8 EMA, so let's see if that can continue to get some strength. Obviously, they need to get their business going again with people, going places. So that's kind of one of the key things there. But they're doing some other stuff too, helping with medical supply deliveries, things like that. Inside day up on Boeing. I like the gap up here. So we're retesting that doji day levels here. Again, a little bit of a tricky move up, but it is slow and steady to the upside today. So that's a nice one. Macy's, let's take a look here. So Macy's, nice squeeze on Macy's this morning, right? And they came back down, reclaimed it all, then an inside 15 up on that one. Let's take a look and see how it looks on the daily. I like how it gapped over the downward trend line today. So let's see if it can stay above it and confirm above it. And last but not least, here we got another one here on PG. Procter & Gamble, so nice little gap up, hammer type formation in the works. A little bit choppy here. It's having trouble getting over its pre-market level. So just kind of watch this right here. We got a little bit of a triangle type thing working right there. So kind of keep an eye on that today to see how that goes. So good stuff, guys. Appreciate the chart requests. Hope everybody has a great rest of your trading today. We'll see you guys at Daily Market Wrap, and hope everybody stays healthy out there and remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you.